Hello everyone, it is Michelle Litwiller with Owl Star Stampers, and I have an amazing card class for you tonight. So I hope you enjoy the cards we're going to do. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already to my Facebook page, to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up and a comment below. Let me know what your favorite card is that we're going to make tonight. All right. In just a second, just a minute, we will begin. And I have several things to go over before we get started. So if you want to get to the crafting, you can just fast forward ahead if you're watching the replay. Okay, let me share this to my group. All right. Thank you for sharing, everyone. And give me a comment and let me know you're here when you hop on. All right, I see Tara is here. Hi, Tara. Okay, I have to move my heater aside. I have a little space heater going because it is, let me move it just a second, a little chilly in here tonight. So there, now it's out of my way. Okay. Oh, my hair's... All right. So hi everyone. I hope you're having a great week, great Wednesday. And yeah. So I see some people hopping on. Hi Ann. Hi Linda. It's good to see you. Have you guys done anything fun this week? Any of you? Let me know. We had basketball last night, and today some ladies in my team got together and we did some Christmas cookies at my studio, so decorating. And actually one of my team members taught the class. It was so much fun. And not only do they look good, and we had so much fun, but they taste delicious, and we learned a lot of new things and recipes and stuff like that too. So that's what I did earlier today, and then I designed some cards for January from the upcoming catalog. So hello everyone. All right, so tonight I have a class for you. We're going to make 3 cards, and the stamp set that we're using is the Simply Fabulous, which is what I featured in this month's December Card Club. So I know a lot of you that follow me and watch me are in the Card Club. There's about 150 of you. So I know a lot of you got this stamp set. And anyway, this is what we're using for our Card Club. So I made three additional cards for you tonight. And that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to do that in just a second. But before we're going to, I'm going to go over some important announcements. Linda is finishing up her gift wrapping. I have only wrapped a few presents. I need to finish shopping and then definitely get to wrapping. All right, I think we're good to go. Okay, the one thing I want to share with you is there is a new host code in case any of you want to go shop. Anyone needs to go shopping. This is the code, and what I want to share with you is that tomorrow we have free shipping on all orders that are $75 or greater. It's only for one day, and there's the host code, which I typed it out. If you do free shipping, I do have a gift for you, and it's this really cool magnetic frame. So, it looks, you're going to get it, and it's going to come like this. Let me show you. All right, this cool little frame. And then you get a magnetic sheet that you put in. It does have a peel-off thing, but I just stuck it in there. And then what you can do is you can decorate it with what you want and put this in, and then your dies will stick to this. So if you're creating with little dies and you don't want them to get lost on your desk, you can just stick them right on there. So this is a free gift that I'm offering for anyone that orders and takes advantage of the free shipping tomorrow with the host code. Now, if your order goes over $150, don't use the code. just select me and I will still give you the gift. Okay, so a few questions about shipping is on December 1st, I got really delayed. I just got my order yesterday from December 1st. And so Stampin' Up! Said that if you order from free shipping, those orders should ship on Monday. So they're getting caught up finally, but just a little FYI. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to point you down so you can see my other few things I want to go over before I forget. If you ordered to get the Gnome class, those shipped, so they are on their way. And the reason that they did ship is because I paid extra money, extra shipping to get them quicker. And so those are on their way to you. So that was last week's class, and it's already in the mail to all of you that ordered. Just a little heads up, Card Club may be delayed because of shipping. I ordered on December 2nd, and I'm just waiting for that to arrive. I have everything cut that I have or that I can, but there's 150 of you, and each of you make 8 cards. So 8 times 150, that's a lot of cards, and each card had several layers and pieces. And so anyway, it may be delayed. We have everything cut and prepped that I have in studio. We're just waiting for the box of stuff to come. And then lastly, be looking for, at the end of the week, I have 2 optional classes to offer. I know in January we all like to organize and clean, and it's kind of like the time to do all that. And so I have 2 classes I'm going to be offering, and I wrote this so I wouldn't forget. One is going to be for this case here, and inside you'll get all the sponges. You can label them all. We'll do all the typing for you, and then all the color families up above. So this is the one class, and then the other class you will get 9 blending brushes in this cool holder, and then again you will get the labels, so you can label one for blue, pink, you know, all the basic colors, and then obviously you can buy more brushes than the 9 and add to them if you would like to do that as well. So be looking for that. But again, free shipping is tomorrow only. There's the code, and if you do order, I do have a little gift, and you can decorate it however you want, but this is something fun. Okay, the card class for today. Okay, here's the stamp set again. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me tonight. I have everything prepped, and we are gonna dive right into some craftiness, some craft time. All right, so the first card we're gonna make, let me find all the pieces right here. And this is, this stamp set is only, I believe, $18. It's photopolymer. I think I've used every stamp in the stamp set now. I am going to use my Stampin' Pierce Matte because it's photopolymer to give a good base and impression. So, what I have here is a thick basic white card base. I already scored that. Where's my bone folder? Right here. And so I'm just going to fold this in half. If you are in the card club, locally, remember we are meeting on January 2nd and 3rd because of Christmas. Then I have a piece of white that is 5 1/4 by 4. And we are going to do our stamping on here. Where did my sample card go? Uh-oh, here it is. Okay, for this card, we're going to be using Pool Party, Calypso Coral, Polished Pink, and Granny Apple Green. So these are the colors that we're going to be using for this card. And I have a block, and then I'm going to be using the iridescent pearls. So they're like these little pearls, and they have a little iridescent to them, so just like the name says. So really pretty. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our sentiment. Thank you for sharing, Tara. All right, and I'm going to go in with the one that says just saying hello. And this is super, super simple card, but it's mostly just all stamping. So we're going to ink this up in our Pool Party ink pad. And I'm going to stamp this down here towards the bottom corner like that. I'm going to grab a wipe because my chamois is really dried out and I keep forgetting to rinse it out in the bathroom down the hall. So I'm just going to wipe that off. And then I'm going to go in and we're going to stamp some flowers. So there's this flower and this flower I'm going to use. And then I'm going to use some of these little green stems and then this little circle there as well. So I'm going to use the blue again. So I'm just going to put that up there. And then for the flowers, I'm going to use the Polished Pink and Calypso Coral. So let me open these. And then I may as well just open up my Granny Apple Green because we're going to need that in a minute as well. So I'm going to grab both of those bigger flowers. Here's one. Where's the other one? It's right there. All right. I'm going to put one here and one here. And okay, I'm going to take the pink first, the Polished Pink. And I'm going to stamp a flower here. And I'm going to stamp one up here. I'm going to stamp one going off. So to do that, I'm just going to line this up so then part of it will just go off. Like that. And then one down here. I should have a scrap paper, but I don't. And then this one is going to go down here like that. Okay, so there we're done with the pink. And then we can close this up. We're going to go into the coral, which I have right here, and I'm going to flip it over to this other flower. It's similar but a little bit different. It has a few extra petals. We'll put one there. We'll put one over here. I think I need to re-ink this ink pad. We'll put one here and then one up here. Thank you for sharing, Lori. Okay, one up here like that. And I want it going off. Okay, so that's what we have so far. Now we're going to add in some green petals. Leaves, I mean, not petals, leaves. So we're going to be using the single one and the double one. And there's the single. I should have grabbed a smaller little block. Here's this one. And then let's put these in here. Okay, one there and one on this side. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one right here and put a green little one there, one there, one over here. Yep, I had to look at my sample, like, am I doing this right? Do one over here and one over here. Okay. And then we're going to, hello everyone. I see more people hopped on. Okay, then I'm going to take the one with the double. There's two. And we're going to ink this up and we're going to put some up here, two up here, two over here, and two down there. All right, isn't this looking so cute? All right, the last thing we're gonna do is, do you see this little tiny circle? Like, it's like literally like a O, a tiny little O. And don't lose that because it is a tiny little, it's like the tiniest of stamps. But what I'm going to do with that now is go back in with our Pool Party. This is the color that we started with. And I'm going to, again, you might want a smaller block. I'm just going to go into the center of these flowers and add a little this goes right in. I'll hold it up so you can see. So like that. So you can, so it has like a little center in there now. So you could stop right here, but I'm going to add a little bit more of these little circles in the background just to fill in a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm stamping one full strength and then a second one, so they're a little bit lighter just in the background. And we're going to put a few up here and over here. And again, you can do, you don't have to do this, or you can do more or less than what I'm doing. And I think I'll put one over here, and then one there, and then I think I do need a little scrap piece. I need to add one more, like over there. Okay, so now we're done with this little circle. Again, don't lose it, it's so tiny. Okay, so let's close this up. Okay, now you know the drill. We're going to grab our dimensionals. I'm using up the edge of these mini ones. So I have these. We're going to flip this over, put them on your corners. Right. And then we're going to add this on our card, like so. Then we're going to take these iridescent pearls, and I'm going to take 3 of them and add them to our card. So they do have like 2 different sizes in here, and here is our card. Isn't it it's just a fun, sweet and simple card using just stamps, ink, and paper. There's no punches or die cutting, but it's just a really fun card. And if you wanted to use softer colors or brighter or deeper colors, you could absolutely do that as well. So here is card number 1. Oh, I see your hearts. I'm glad you like it. Just a really fun card. So again, I know a lot of you will have this from the card club, and I know a lot of you probably already have white paper, so you can go ahead and make this card in addition to your card club after you're done. Okay, our next 2 cards, what I thought was really cool, this stamp set is, do you see these like flowers and these little flowers here and this stem here? Okay, I was looking through the book and it matched this Butterfly Kisses designer series paper from our annual catalog. Let me show you. So if you pull out this piece, these like little flowers look so much, and these stems, they look so much alike. And then here's like this one in like the fresh freesia, where these same flowers here are the same there. And anyway, there's a lot of different instances in this paper here where the flowers are very similar. So if you like this set, this is the Butterfly Kisses 6x6 designer series paper. And anyway, I'm going to be using this paper on the next 2 cards. So our next card we are going to make uses these products right here. I already went ahead and did some stuff. So I cut the card, this is fresh freesia, 4 1/4 by 11 inches, and I scored it in half. So it's going to open up this way. And then The next thing you will need is a piece of Night of Navy that is 5 1/4 by 4. And then that designer paper, 5 inches by 3 3/4. See that paper? It just coordinates so perfect with the stamp set. Then I have a 1-inch strip by 3 3/4. Again, that same paper. This is just a different pattern, but it has that fresh freesia. See, all these coordinate. And then when I cut this piece, there was a little strip left over, so we're going to use this piece for the inside. I have a white 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And then I have a label. This is a punch, and then this is also a punch in Night of Navy, the bow punch. Anyway, so those are what we need. All right, so the first thing is let's do our stamping. So on this punch right here, we're going to stamp it in Night of Navy ink. And then I also did use the fresh freesia. And we're going to stamp, here, I just wanted to show you the punches. Here's the punch. It is called the Lasting Label Punch. It's $19. So there's the punch. I'm trying to get it without the glare. And then here's the other punch I used, that bow punch. And it comes with 2, but I only use this bigger, like, sprig thingy. This is also $19. Both of these are in our annual catalog. All right, so we're going to stamp There is Beauty in Everything. And so I'm going to grab this. Here is my ink spot. And then on a scrap piece of paper, I stamped a flower in the purple, the fresh freesia, and I fussy cut it out. And so I did that ahead of time. I'm just going to stamp that right in the center though, just like that. And then what I did off camera is I stamped that same flower, this flower in fresh freesia, on a piece of white, and you just will cut it out like that. So there's that. Okay, now we're just going to assemble this card. Oh, I forgot. For this card, we're also going to use some ribbon, and I have the Starry Sky metallic, what is this called? Woven ribbon. And so the Starry Sky kind of takes on that navy look, so we're going to be using that as well. All right, so grab your adhesive and these pieces, and this card goes together really, really fast. So the first thing is we're going to take this designer paper and attach this to the navy, just like that. It's kind of hard for you to see. There we go. And then I have that purple strip. Do you see it has kind of like a little check? We're going to add that across the center, just like so. And now we're going to take our ribbon and just going to wrap it around one time and tie a bow. So see how that matches with that Night of Navy, that metallic? It's really pretty. And we have this metallic ribbon in all of our ink colors, the most current ink colors. So the Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, and Tahitian Tide. So there's that. Okay, tie your bow, and then I need scissors. Okay, I'm going to trim this. Sometimes the ends of this ribbon does fray. I kind of like the look of that, but that's just kind of what happens. Okay, so here we have this, bringing in our card base, and we're going to just attach this flat to our card, like so. Okay, so here we have this. Then we're going to go ahead and take this basic white, and again, this was a strip left over at the bottom, because remember this was, see how that lines up perfectly there? This was, anyway, leftover. So I have this, I'm going to go ahead and attach this to the bottom just to decorate a little bit of the inside of our card. Go ahead and take this. So then when you open it up, it looks really pretty too on the inside. Isn't that pretty? Okay, there's that. All right, take your label and more dimensionals. And I'm putting one on the top and the bottom because I want it to stick like on each side of that ribbon. I'm going to put this right here. And then this flower, I'm going to add with a mini glue dot. I'm going to put it kind of down here in this corner. Oh, I forgot my little leafy thing. I was going to stick that under there. Well, let's grab a little bit of this glue. Add a little bit of glue. I probably put way too much. And then I'm going to lift this up. And I just want it sticking out a little bit behind this flower. Just like that. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is grab our iridescent pearls. I'm going to take one of the larger size ones. They're not very big, but the bigger of the two. Let me get my putty back in place. And put one in the center of that flower. And then I'm going to take one. You can fit these in these little flowers on your paper too. They fit on there like actually perfect in the little centers. And then I'll put just another random one there. So here, do you see those little, I put them in the centers there. Here's this card, and then you open it up, we have that. So here's this other one. And again, the stamps in the background just match perfectly with the paper, this designer series paper anyway. So, Tara, I have made thousands and thousands of bows like every year. I make so many bows. So I have a lot of practice with my bow making. All right, so there's card number 2. I have one more card to make with you. It is another, it's another one using the same stuff. All right, so for this one, we're going to use fresh freesia, and we need the parakeet party, so kind of the brighter green, but that's because I'm pulling in, so here I have a thick white card base, again, the same measurement, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2, that's your card base. Then I have fresh freesia, 5 1/4 by 4. I have this really pretty piece of designer series paper that is 2 by 5. Again, it totally matches. This label we used last month in our card club, the seasonal label dies. So I have one of those in just white, and then I have just a strip of white to stamp a sentiment. So let's do our stamping first on this label. And so we are going to stamp some different flowers. Now this time we're going to stamp this with these cluster of 3. So these 3 will fit perfectly on those right there. So I love that. So there's that one. And let me find the... Alice said, I have the stamp set and I've never done anything with it. I will be using it now. I'm so glad. Here's, yes, 3 more ideas. And if you're in the club, you got 4 more coming, you know, when that comes out. Okay, so I'm just inking this up in the parakeet. I'm going to grab my mat, put that little stamp there. Okay, I'm going to put this at the edge because I'm not going to stamp it all the way. The whole thing is going to go off, so the bottom will go off. So I'm going to stamp once, And then I'm going to stamp this one down a little bit further and stamp it again. So that's what we have so far. And then we're going to do the flowers now in the purple. This is like, I would say my favorite color is probably Polished Pink and Pool Party or Coastal Cabana. But this Fresh Freesia, I cannot get enough of it lately. I love this light lavender purpley color. Okay, so we're going to ink this up and stamp this down directly. And then we're going to do it again over here. Do you see how it just stamps all three of those right together? Just like that. Like, so cute. Okay, wipe that off. Now we're going to stamp our words. This says, let's celebrate. So there is one that says, you are simply fabulous. There's a thank you, a hooray, a hey, for you, and a no. So this stamp set has a lot of what you might need covered in it. And I just love how affordable this stamp set is, and it's just a good go-to one. So this one I figure could be a birthday card. It could be something for other things too, but I will probably use it for birthdays. Alright, now we're done with this, so we're going to close this up, and this one. Okay, so let's bring this in. Your bone folder, you need a good crease there. And we're going to take these pieces. If you had that stack of designer paper and some coordinating cardstock, you could make tons of cards with just the paper and the stamp set. You could make so many cards. Quick and cute cards. This goes right down here. Alright, take your label, flip it over, add a couple dimensionals. Now, I'm not using it. I know it's probably shocking, but you could add some ribbon. We have lots of coordinating ribbons that would coordinate with this. We're going to put this right here like so. And then we're going to take this Let's Celebrate, and I'm going to kind of cut around it to make it skinnier to put on here. So the designer series paper, I showed it earlier, but it is called the Butterfly Kisses. It's in our annual catalog. It's 6x6, and the flowers coordinate perfectly. The flowers and the stems, they like match this stamp set. So it's pretty cool. Had I noticed that before, I may have used that for our card club, but instead I used some Hostess paper, which worked out just fine. But it does seem to coordinate like perfectly with that set. Okay, so I'm just going around here. Now, if you would rather have a banner, go ahead and use your banner, or make a straight banner. I just didn't want to take away from those flowers, so I'm kind of cutting it down a little bit more. See, I'm just like cutting it down. And okay, if you do, when I get the two like organizational things, if you guys are like big crafters and you like your things organized and all of that, then you're gonna love these classes I have coming up. But just know, like, they might not ship until the beginning of January with all of the holidays and the shipping. So that is like, I just don't know when I'm gonna get stuff, and I can't pay to get it quickly all the time. I did for your class last week because that was important to me to get it out to you. And I did. It already is in the mail. So thank you all of you who ordered. You got the gnome class. And if you do order from the free shipping, like I mentioned, they told us that that should start shipping on Monday, even though it's one day only for tomorrow. Okay, so you can see I put little pop-ups, the dimensionals on the back, and then this is gonna go right here like that. And then we have our iridescent pearls. I'm gonna take 2 of the larger ones and put it at the end of this banner. Again, label. This label is from the seasonal label dies. There's some really great banners in there, labels in there. I don't know why I keep saying banners. And then we're gonna put 3 more of these pearls up there. And here is our card. So there's that card. So there's that. That's fine, Marsha. I'm glad you asked what kind it was. Somebody else probably wanted to know as well. Okay, so there's our 3rd card. So again, if you look, you can see these little flowers like kind of match and coordinate. You could bring in any of the colors from the paper, but there is our 3rd card. So if you just hopped on and missed it, we made 3 cards using the Simply Fabulous stamp set. This is what's featured for December Card Club. It's only an $18 stamp set. It's in our annual catalog. The item number is 159133. So it's a great stamp set to do some flowers and leaves and lots of fun sentiments. And then, yep, this Butterfly Kisses designer paper coordinates really great with it. We also used the iridescent pearls. You could use any rhinestones, pearls, gems that you guys like. And then on the 2nd card, I used the Starry Sky metallic woven ribbon. So that card is right here. And we did decorate the inside like that. And then our 1st card was just all stamping. And it looks like this. Now I'll have pictures in my email that goes out tomorrow. So make sure you're on my email list, owlstarstampers.com, and you can join the email list. The other thing is that if you do want to get in on the free shipping, here's the host code. It's tomorrow only. And anyone that does get on the host code, I do have a thank you gift. I always try to send you guys thank you gifts. And you'll get to make this little frame. Now you can decorate it however you want. You can even slip something in here that says like dies or however you want. But this is what you'll get. You'll get this really adorable farmhouse frame and this magnetic sheet. And I just slipped the magnetic sheet in there. If you pull off the blue, it is sticky, but I didn't. I just left it like that. So if you ever want to take this out and use it as a frame, you can. But then your dies just stick right to this. Let me grab one to show you because I totally forgot to do that. So I like this because I use my mini die cutting machine all the time. And so like some of these little dies, I don't want them to get lost on my desk. So that just sticks right on there. So then you don't lose your dies, you know, if you're just on your craft station and it doesn't take up a lot of room. So that is my gift I have for anyone that wants to order tomorrow. If you guys have any questions about that or anything Stampin' Up! Related, let me know. And yeah, I think that is it. Let me just pull you back up so I can see all of you. Hi, hello, hello. If you hopped on late, I'm just gonna look. Are there any questions? I don't see any right now. Okay. All right, I think that's it. I hope you guys love the cards tonight. And I do plan to be back here next week for some more crafting with you. So be looking for that. And again, if you guys are interested in my fun little things coming up, be looking for that too. All right, have a great, oh, thank you. Yeah, I have a little penguin sweater on. He has like a little Christmas hat or winter hat on. So thank you. I'm glad you like the cards. Again, it's this Simply Fabulous stamp set. I'll see you guys later. Have a great night. Bye, everyone.